Hey there, this is Heather Marquez with Action Coach Mind Links. We're talking today about 7 essentials to staying relevant in the current business environment. So as a leader, there are 7 things that you really need to make sure that you're doing and doing well in order to be relevant right now in the workplace with your employees and with your customers. So these are in no particular order, but number 1 is congruency, making sure that you are the same with your customers, with your employees, no matter at what entry point they come into your organization or what part of their journey you're on. There has to be some congruency. The next one is open lines of communication. Everybody in your organization needs to understand how they communicate, and there needs to be open ways of communicating. So you have to figure out how to reduce the friction. It can't be about submitting a form or a ticket or whatever to talk or making an appointment with the leader. There's got to be ways that are really open for people to come and talk to the leader and share what's on their mind. Maybe that's an idea, maybe it's a concern, but the openness has to be embraced. The next one is transparency of information. Long gone are the days where leaders hoard the information because they want all the power. Knowledge isn't power, shared knowledge is power. It's really about making sure that everybody has what they need in order to do their jobs the best, and that includes information. So being as transparent as you possibly can. Now, obviously you have to be confidential in some of the things that you're doing, but where you can, show up transparent. Give people the why behind your thinking. Tell them what's going on in the organization so that they understand the path. The next one is collaboration. And this is collaboration in decision making and in discussions. Make sure that when you're in a meeting, in a group setting, there isn't one person that's completely dominating all of the conversation, dominating the ideas. No one person should be winning all the time. It should actually be a win-win situation where the entire team walks away feeling like everybody has a voice, everybody has an equal say. And that doesn't mean that you don't ever come to a conclusion, or if not everybody agrees, you don't move forward. There are times where somebody's going to disagree, but there has to be some sort of win-win environment so that everybody feels like they can throw their ideas out on the table. The next one is an outward mindset. So are your employees and are you focused on what's going on with the people around you? As a leader, it can't be about the results that you want solely. It has to be about taking care of your people and finding the things that are best for them. And it has to be about taking care of your customers. What are your customers feeling? What do they need when they come and do business with you? You have to step into their shoes and look at it from that point so that you can do the best in your power to take care of them and fulfill the needs and expectations that they have. And then quickly take feedback and respond appropriately. Sometimes it's really difficult to hear the hard things or even to share feedback because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. But it's important in the current landscape of business to be able to get that feedback, gather it, and quickly respond and take appropriate action to that feedback. And then the last one is have solutions-oriented processes. If your processes that you have in place don't end up in a solution each time, then you need to take a look at them. And a lot of times in an organization that's been around for a really long time, we have processes and systems that we did years ago before we had the technology to do something different, and we just haven't taken a step back to understand whether those are really serving our organization. So take one process at a time. Maybe it's one process a week or one process a month where you're re-examining all the components and understanding why it is you do the things you do in your organization. And what you might find is not only can you gain some efficiencies from streamlining some of those processes, but you might have technology or resources that you're putting money into that no longer serve the goals and objectives of the organization. So take a look at some of those processes and systems that have been in place for a really long time. Just because that's always how we've done it doesn't mean that's how we should do it in perpetuity. So make sure that you are thinking about those 7 things as you really focus on your strategy for staying relevant. not just to your customers, but to your employees. Because remember, your team are the ones that take care of the customers. So you've got to take care of them first, and all of these things apply to both groups. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.